Next, another story with a lot of history, but this one's still going on, which I think would make the 19th century founders pretty happy. Heidi Glaus went to Belleville to meet the folks who are carrying on a long, rich musical tradition.
On most Thursday nights in Belleville, Illinois, at 116 North Jackson,
hello,
is a friendly meeting of the musically inclined. They're not professional players, but they are a passionate group of teachers, lawyers, homemakers, doctors, and students.
Our motto is for the love of music, and it really is what we're about. People are doing this because they truly love making music.
Ethan Edwards is the principal cellist and the president of the Philharmonic Society of Belleville, an organization that's been around for more than 150 years.
Belleville had a bunch of really educated Germans who were at the root of this community. And when these businessmen came back from the Civil War, they were desperate to add culture and beauty back into this community. And that's when they got together and formed the Philharmonic.
Of course, back then, it was just men, but that has changed. And these days, the Philharmonic is led by Dr. Robert Hart Baker, whose resume is longer than Beethoven's Symphony No. 6. He actually studied music in Salzburg.
I was the youngest American ever to appear there. I was age 17. I got into classes with Herbert von Karajan, and I knew these were famous people, but I had no idea I would have access to them. So I was lucky.
Almost as lucky as the Belleville Philharmonic is to have him as artistic director.
Not yet, not yet, not yet.
Because he's also studied with Leonard Bernstein.
I studied with him at Harvard for 2 years, privately, which I didn't know was an exceptional thing.
He has taken the podium all over the world, but this has been his perch since 2016.
His qualifications and his knowledge that he's so eager to share it's just infectious, and the orchestra is really excited to play under his direction.
Even though his direction can be a bit demanding.
Absolutely. I pick every note apart here, and we don't leave the room until we have an understanding of what needs to happen and what needs practice. And that's why they play so well in concerts.
The Belleville Philharmonic Orchestra performed its first concert on January 26, 1867, and there's been an annual schedule of concerts ever since.
Yes, it's something we're really proud of, that we've been able to maintain this tradition for that long. We're the second oldest continuously performing orchestra in the country.
The New York Philharmonic is the only one that's performed longer. So they may be volunteers, but their music is magnificent.
You know, as our conductor always says, this is the same thing you get at the St. Louis Symphony. You know, we're playing Beethoven tonight, and it's a very ambitious piece. And so we do have to spend time during the week working on it.
This is an ensemble of all ages from all walks of life, like Anna Wilkins-Reid.
My husband's in the military, so he's based at Scott Air Force Base, and we came here, and I wanted to find a really cool place to play with people who like playing music.
So take note, this is an organization that's been striking a chord for years and continues to impress anyone who listens.